Spiritual leader. Jesus Christ. I should have read these questions first.
Welcome back, Faithful Podcast. Don't forget to...
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
I'm going to start over.
No, you're going to...
Welcome back, Faithful Podcast. Welcome... I'm going to start again.
I'm putting all this in.
No, you're not. I'm trying.
Keep the faith flowing.
I feel the Holy Spirit right now, bro.
You could ask God for anything right now. What would it be?
He's good. He's sovereign. Your God that he flies very well.
Praise God.
If this is not God, I don't know who it is.
Let God take over the wheel. That's when it started to work.
You know, I prayed for that one.
Faith over fear always.
Welcome back, Faithful Podcast. My name's Pam, and I'm going to be introducing someone very special for you guys today. He's normally in this seat, but today he's in the hot seat. But before we get started, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I'm going to be kicking us off with a prayer today because Junior always says that I haven't prayed on here yet.
You forgot to share too. Say share.
Okay, Junior really wants you guys to share, so don't forget, guys. Go share right now, okay? Okay. So I have Sanjo Ramos Jr.
That's me.
So do you have anything to say before I pray?
No. Well, they're tired of hearing me. Go ahead.
All right, Father God, we want to thank you for bringing us here today. We want to pray that you come in through the Holy Spirit, Father, and fill us up and give us wise words, Father. Give us wisdom to be able to share with everybody. Give us knowledge on whatever you want us to talk on, and help us that everything that we say and do here is guided by you. Everything we pray, Father, is not in our name, but in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, so for this episode, we are actually going to be asking some funny questions to my husband. Are you excited, babe?
Super pumped.
You look super pumped.
I know. I'm very sick too. Don't forget.
Okay, so some questions are from some of our guests that ask. They're not guests. What are they?
No, I mean,
just people on Instagram.
Yeah, followers.
Yeah, our followers, exactly. So some of them are from our followers, and some of them are from me and ChatGPT. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so the first one, on a scale from disciplined disciple to needs Jesus daily, where do you honestly fall?
Jesus Christ! I should have read these questions first. All right, on a scale of disciplined disciple and needs Jesus.
Yeah.
Needs Jesus.
I know. I don't know why I asked you that one.
I feel like imagine someone be like disciple for sure, definitely disciple. Like I couldn't see myself as anything else. Like no, we always need Jesus.
True. Okay. What's the most un-Christ-like thought you've had this week but didn't act on?
Jesus Christ, dude. I want to say some crazy stuff just because it's funny, but no. I mean, the most craziest thing I've thought about this week, I don't know, punching someone in the face.
Oh.
I didn't act on it, though.
There you go.
I didn't act on it. That was good. Very
you
holy of me.
reflected him?
I reflected him. I showed love.
There you go.
By letting him in front of me in traffic.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So you're still working on your...
We're still working on that, guys. We're still working. We're not 100% on this.
Okay. What's something you thought made you a real man, but God humbled you real quick?
Okay, these are crazy questions. Things that I thought made me a real man, but God humbled.
Yeah, what was your idea of being a man before, and then how has that changed?
Dude, my friends are all gonna joke around about this one. I'm not gonna answer that joke. It's okay, guys. Size doesn't matter. Let me think. Something that I thought made me a real man. Oh, I mean, bringing income to the house. You think that you're working and working and working and you're bringing all the money in and when you left your job, I was Lord's blessed me so much and, I'm such a man. And then the Lord's yeah, but don't forget, it's not you, it's me. He was yeah, I guess that's it. I mean, there's a bunch of things too. I thought I was good at video games.
That made you a real man. Wow.
Obviously. I suck at soccer. I'm getting
I feel
really
that's more real boy mentality,
Well, soccer, that's a manly thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're still thinking boy. Maybe we're not there yet, guys. I don't know.
Still a boy. Let me think. I don't know. I want to think something else, but hey, let me see. Something I thought made me a real man. Lord humbled me real quick. I don't know. I guess maybe also trying to give someone a console and then they just look at you like you're crazy and then you give them the wrong counsel, and then they do like the holy thing that you thought you were saying the holy thing, and then they end up being right, I guess, something like that. That does happen a lot. Not a lot, but it's happened like twice in the past like 6 months. That's a lot. I don't know. There's like a bunch of things, but yeah, that one, I'll stick with that one.
Okay.
Mostly the soccer one. I'm so sad right now.
Okay. Have you ever told God, I trust you, while secretly panicking inside? Be honest.
Have I ever told God that I trust him, but panic on the inside?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't tell God, hey, I trust you, and then panic because he sees inside me. So then I give a really big thing about like not lying to God. Like when I talk to God, I'm like, yo, dude, I'm tripping right now. I trust you, but like I'm you know what I mean? Like I'm pooping bricks.
There's no point in like pretending to him because he like knows.
But I guess like there's a time that like, no, not a time, but like, yes, I have been like, oh no, I trust you, God. And then like trust him. And then like things don't always happen, you know, our timing. And so I'll be like, oh, like I trust God in this. And then like a week later, like I'm like, okay, God, I trust you, but like, don't you think it's time? Like, you know what I mean? Like something like that. Yeah.
Okay. What's a Bible verse that used to confuse you and now low-key convicts you?
Oh, Psalms 23.
Okay, why?
Yeah, because the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. And I always thought it meant like, oh, the Lord's my shepherd, like he's got me, like I love him, and you know, like everything that I want, like he'll prepare. And I would even think of the word want, like I'd be like, oh, I want a dirt bike. He's gonna give me a dirt bike because I want a dirt bike. And in this verse, it literally says, I shall not want, as in like we are not need, like we don't need to want anything else other than Christ. Obviously, we still like I still wanted a dirt bike, but yeah, like just being in like not need. And so today it's like the Lord, oh, go over there and do this, and this. And you're like, okay, bet I'll go. But like, how? Or like, okay, I'll go. But after I do this, right? Like, can I do this first? And like, that's something like I would do. Now it's like, I understand that all I need is Christ. Like not, you know what I mean? Like all the money in the world, that even when he does give us, you know, all the money in the world, that it's still not ours, it's his. It's borrowed money. So
yeah,
pretty much stuff like that. What about you, Pam? What about you?
Why me?
Why? Because you're over. Look, I can tell you're thinking about the questions way too much.
You're putting me in the hot seat. Okay.
Yeah, because you're being boring. You're like, okay, yep. Okay,
you were being
so
boring first. I'm just on your vibe now.
Oh my God, guys, I'm like super, super sick. So bear with me. Your intro was better after the 7th time.
Whatever.
The intro is definitely better.
Anyways, mine is so before I used to look at Philippians. Now I'm saying it right, guys? Okay.
Philippians.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You add an M.
I didn't add it this time.
Say it again.
I said Philippians. Right?
I don't know. I gotta keep thinking
Philippians.
There you go.
4:13 says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. But then when I actually read the whole chapter and not just picking that verse, the verse right before that talks about how we need to be content with like a lot and with a little, and we have to know how to like be content with both. Yeah. So that really shows that like I can do all things, and all things means literally all things. Yeah. Not just like, oh, I can just
everything.
I can just go up like a mountain if I want. You know what I mean? Like big things. Like no, it also means like I can do nothing with him too.
No, and it also like too with that, like I can do all things through Christ and strengthens me. But if you're seeking the Lord constantly, you're always doing what he wants anyway. So if you can do all things, because he wants you to do them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like just being better at soccer hopefully this week.
Okay.
Very upset about this.
What is the hardest part about being a God-fearing man that nobody really talks about?
The hardest part about being a God-fearing man that nobody really talks about? I guess like understanding what it means to truly put him first and be God-fearing, and so like mostly understand what the task is and like what he wants for you, right? So if the Lord has this plan for you and being like God-fearing, you got to just go and do that. So like not trying to find my own ways to do it, but be like, Lord, like show me the way, and then understand that when I get that feeling on the inside that that's him guiding me. It's not always going to be someone being like, hey, the Lord told you to do this, this, and this, or like me have a dream and he's just like, oh, you know, those are possible things, but like it's not always going to be like that. So that also, like when he tells you to do some stuff and you're just like, are you sure? Like, you know what I mean? God's like, go preach that atheist. And you're like, wait, hold up, dude. Yeah. I got a podcast. That's about it. Like, like I can show him an episode and God's like, no, just go over there and talk to him about God. And you're just walking over there and then you just like, because I feel like too as a Christian, like us being, God fearing, when God gives us a task, we go and do it. But sometimes we look for like confirmation 90% of times. And then God doesn't always give it to us because he's like, bro, you did what I
you.
Yeah, like you understood my voice. You went and did it. Like it is what it is. So I guess the hardest part sometimes also is like not getting that confirmation to be like, ooh, did I do that right? Like, did I have
the doubt, the enemy whisper in your ear?
Yeah, enemy and us.
Yeah. Do you ever feel though, like, I feel whatever it's not from him is always the enemy. It's not like even though we think it's us, I feel like it's either God or not. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's tough because like,
I feel like
I feel like some things that we say, even like the enemy's like, yo, I did not tell him to think that, tell him to do that. Like that's on him. That's not on me.
Really? I don't know.
You don't think so?
No, I feel like kind of that part in the Bible where it talks about you filling yourself up with God. And if you don't fill yourself up with God, then you're just going to have space for the enemy to come in.
No, I get it. But I do think there's like, I feel like sometimes too God will guide us, like guard us, like protect us from him. Even so though we're still kind of like dumb.
Oh, for sure. And he won't let like anything happen that's not his will. Yeah. Even the times where God does let the enemy come in, he let him because he was trying to do something through that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know that it's like a Genesis 50-20 thing, but it's definitely like a...
You're going to tell the audience what that is?
They know. They're better at the Bible than I am.
What is it?
Oh, I had to think about it for a quick second. Because when I said it,
spitting out numbers. You actually have no idea.
Just, guys, in Psalms 155, that was a good one. But no, Genesis 50-20 talks about what the enemy intended for evil will turn into good. That one. So I lost my train of thought now because I made me think about that verse.
Well, you quoted it.
Well, I know I quoted it, but like I had a whole thing not planned out, but in my head I was like, I got this. I'm going to answer this. See, that's me thinking I'm going to answer in my own voice and God being like, bro, relax.
Stop.
Yeah, literally. Okay.
Next question.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
What's one habit God is still working on in you that you wish wish was already gone?
One habit?
Mm-hmm. That you're still working on?
Something that like I notice kind of like changes the vibe of the room sometimes is like swearing. Like I still swear kind of a lot. And like, so that's one thing that I definitely noticed that like I want to do better on is swearing. Be more patient with my wife.
Wow.
I'm just the
God does listen.
God does.
Wow.
Well, he listens, but not you always. But anyways, but yeah, just being more loving and caring, like as a father, as a husband, even with the kids too, they piss us off. And like, I react on like that anger. And then I'm like, why did I just do that? Like, he's just a kid. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, pretty much that. Literally.
Yeah. Same.
Like, yeah, especially you recently. You've been a little angry. So look at her all stressed out, her face now. Yeah.
Stop making me angry, babe. It's simple.
No.
Happy wife, happy life, right?
Oh, my God.
What's the most ridiculous argument we've ever had that you can admit was not that deep?
99% of them. Guys, remember we talked about being very passionate people? We're very passionate people. And you brought that up this week during the argument we had. You were like, oh no, babe, remember we talked about it because like we're passionate people.
He's like, why are you talking like that? And I'm like, because we're passionate. Didn't we say in the episode that we're passionate?
Yeah.
This is me being passionate.
No, like some people sometimes think we're like fighting. We're just like, no, we're just talking about like what we're going to get for dinner. Like where we're going, relax. We're going to figure it out. It's either Chipotle or Qdoba. Like stuff like that. That's like stuff that like we argue.
But like Qdoba or Chipotle.
Depends. Like I told you, nobody agrees this with me, and I know how to explain it. Qdoba feels like it tastes like a little bit more fresh than Chipotle.
But it's less seasoned.
But that's why I think it tastes a little bit more fresh. Is because it's less seasoned? I don't know if that
so
makes
what do you
sense.
like about Chipotle?
It feels lighter. Huh?
What do you like about Chipotle?
I don't know.
So it's Qdoba.
No, I love Chipotle too.
What do you love about Chipotle?
Okay, I know. Chipotle, I feel like when I eat it, I'm like hungry. It fills me up. I'm like, damn, that was good food. Qdoba, every time I eat it, I'm never like, oh, I'm stuffed, I'm full. Like I'm always just like, oh, I'm chilling, I'm light. I can go run or play soccer. I don't run. Let's be real. I don't know why I said run, but
okay. For me, I like to. I used to like Chipotle more because it has more like spicy, and I really like spicy.
Yeah, but you can always just add hot sauce.
It's not the same. It's like different spice.
Oh, I
But
see what you're saying.
but Qdoba, I feel like is definitely more fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Might
think
just be completely wrong. Like,
this wasn't really about that, but I feel like the question just turned into Chipotle.
I don't know.
It was about us being passionate. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes, no, we're very passionate people, guys.
Well, there we go. We weren't passionate about that. Like we were just like very chill about
We
it.
kept it together because the cameras were on, Pan. Come on.
Yeah,
that
pretty
light
much.
in your face right there is what kept you together.
It's because we kind of agreed. I think that's why.
Yeah, kind of. I do still like Chipotle.
What's one way marriage has exposed you in a way dating never did? I don't know what that means either.
ChatGPT.
That one was, yeah.
Yes. And you're just like, oh no, this is great. I'm just gonna put this in. If he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it. Who cares? What's one
I
way
had
that
faith in you,
marriage?
babe. Come on.
Oh, I mean, like
I don't know.
we're always together because before we used to date long distance. I guess.
Yeah.
Like.
So it exposed you to me, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know. Responsibilities.
Mm.
That's a good one.
I
See that?
mean, I bet.
Yeah. Well, no, but I mean, like even before,
Left
like
our parents' house, like we're actually living on our own, actually
know.
have bills to pay.
Not for the first month.
What did we not have?
I know.
Like what?
We
All
were
right, that question was
19.
bad.
We were 19 and like we hadn't like, well, you worked at Hollister and then you worked at the restaurant.
Yeah, and I
Before.
was I worked in like after school too. Like after school teacher.
You were an after school teacher while we
Yeah.
dated?
Yeah.
What did you teach, Pam? I'm dying to know.
Homework.
Oh, you were a tutor, Pam.
Yeah, after school teacher.
No, don't say after school teacher, dude.
It was like a daycare.
Oh boy, it gets worse, guys. Yeah, but you were
And they had an after school program. I
Okay, you
taught
worked at a
from
daycare.
like kindergarten to 5th grade.
And what did you teach?
Their homework.
Boy. Oh, but you were good in school. You're good in school. You're good in school. I forgot about that. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good.
This guy.
Just not writing, spelling. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
He's
Wait.
so funny, guys. He really knows how to keep the mood.
Oh my God. Here she goes. We're very passionate. No, but also too, like, yeah, that's what you did. And then I did dunks and then I worked before we got married. Like
You
I
were a
didn't,
mechanic.
I was a mechanic. Yeah. I
Mhm.
forgot. Oh yeah, that was a mechanic. I forgot. I worked for Lincoln for a bit. And then when I worked there, but that was after marriage.
They're gonna think it's the Lincoln car brand.
Oh no, his name was Lincoln.
You wish.
Yeah, it was it's not that guys. No. It was cool though because like it led me to like everything I learned afterwards too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like yeah, there was
And
some
then you
doubt.
opened up a shop.
Yeah, and then I opened up a shop and I loved that. That was super fun. That was like
It was like the best 2 months ever.
no, we had it for 6 months, dude.
Oh,
Relax.
really?
Yeah, everything was 6 months back then. Remember that? Guys, I had this thing that like every job I took like after 6 months, like oh my God, and it was just so what's it called, embarrassing.
I was so happy that one ended though.
Oh yeah, but I mean that one also wasn't like the best time of our lives too. Like you weren't very happy. I was going out like riding motorcycles. I was drinking a lot then. That was like the one time in my life I was drinking a lot actually.
Yeah.
I think so. And I was what at the time we were 21, 22. Yeah, around that. No, we were a little bit older
It was like 23.
because we were in the
22, 23.
we were in the attic house.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
22.
Guys, we had this house. It was so awesome. You'd walk in and literally you'd have to stay like this all crooked because it was like in the attic type thing. And so like for
I mean,
like,
I didn't.
yeah, well, Pam's 5 feet tall. But like even at night to like walk around, like I just know I just gotta walk around like this.
Yeah, for a good while, he would just stay like this all the time.
No, honestly, like for the longest time after we moved, like it's just automatic. I'd be like, oh no, what am I doing?
He'd
But
wake
yeah.
up to pee like this.
All the time. Oh, it's just automatic. Especially right after I moved, like obviously. But yeah, no. So then I had no like real like I had the mechanic job. Before that, I didn't really have like a role, like you know what I mean? Like my parents always really helped me out. They always wanted me to go to college and school and stuff. Oh, I
You
did.
went.
I did go. Basketball was very fun. Toyota versus BMW. That was very fun. Me and Thiago had a blast.
For all 2 weeks.
And I went because Thiago was practically living with me. So that was very fun. But that was 2 weeks, guys. I went to college for 2 weeks, community college. But yes, I did have to pay that debt back.
Okay, next. Let's see.
Are you on ChatGPT? Did you like copy
No,
and paste
I
it onto-
copied.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say. Here she goes. She's looking at a hard
I was
one.
lost. I forgot which question I was on.
You asked the responsibility of
Oh.
marriage and dating.
Okay.
Look at me go.
What does being a spiritual leader actually look like on days you're tired, stressed, or annoyed?
First of all, what was this?
It had quotations.
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was about to say, what's it like being a spiritual leader? I was just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna end the podcast here, guys. It's definitely tough, but I'm a person who like kind of puts my emotions aside for a little bit. You know, sometimes I do let it get the best of me, but I mean, hey, I'm human. But yeah, and that's something like I'm working on a lot is being a spiritual leader. Like, because for a while being the material leader was like my role, and we did spiritual, like we did religion, we were really good at that, we didn't miss church and all that, but we never really like seek God. And like our children, like, you know what I mean, like after we had kids, we didn't really read the Bible with them, we didn't really have fun with them and like show them like Christian music. You barely listen to Christian music too, right? Like I was the one who,
Before
yeah,
I did like a lot of like Inavusu type stuff,
yeah,
but not like gospel songs.
yeah,
You know?
what we listen to now.
Yeah, like now I only listen to gospel songs. And it's funny because we were actually having this conversation in our Bible study, like the girls' Bible study that we do. Because like one of the girls were saying they felt very convicted if they ever listened to like any songs that are not Christian. And she was saying like, yeah, I just feel like super dirty and stuff. But then we had a conversation. It's like, there's a difference between like sinful, you know, music,
Yeah,
gospel music, and then there's like secular music, right? And then secular music can be anything from like happy birthday, you know what I mean? So then we were talking about like, it's not the end of the world if you're listening to like good secular music,
yeah,
you know? Like for example, we used to listen to a lot of country.
I still do though.
Yeah.
I listen to country once in
Yeah,
a while.
exactly. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's about like family, love.
Depends what country you listen to.
Yeah, true.
Remember that one song we were talking about the other day?
Yeah.
I never really even realized that. Like, because rap is very easy to realize what they're saying, but like, not what they're saying, but like,
Like you just think you're singing about like a happy marriage, and it's actually about like
yeah, no, that was, it's like weird.
But yeah, so then in the Bible study we were talking about that, and basically like it's not like we were talking about how it's not the end of the world. Like you can still do that, you know, like we don't have to turn it into like, no, this is all of it's bad except for, you know. But then we were also talking about how it's also different for you to be doing something that's going to edify you, you know, and that's going to make you grow versus something that's just going to, you know, be there for the moment and like not stay. So like having more worship and stuff definitely helps with you being more connected with God and your spirituality and stuff, and helps you grow. And I mean, I guess if I listen to like a romantic song, maybe I'll, you know, be more romantic with you or
I'm just
something.
gonna play romantic music around the house all day long. No, but with secular music, I think especially like the Christian country music, like I still listen to a lot of country music, like not as much as I used to. Like I'd say 90% of my playlist is either country gospel or just gospel. But then every once in a while, like Luke Combs releases a song, I gotta listen to that song.
Yeah, my playlist is usually run by the kids now, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So you listen to Amen all day and Celebrate.
Yeah.
Oh
Good.
my God.
So good.
Oh, so good. So good. So good. And God did.
God did. Well,
Yeah.
God did took a little.
Guys,
they
our
stopped a little
2-year-old,
bit.
he doesn't know, but he knows that his favorite artist
Oh, yeah?
is Brandon Lake. It's
So
so funny. Everything Brandon comes out with a new song. He's like, oh yes, I love it. Like he's 2 years old and he'll ask to play it in the car, like nonstop.
Literally.
It's so funny.
All right, let's see.
Come on, Pam. Give me something off the top of your head. Go.
No.
Come on, go back to that. Oh my God, she's scared to ask, guys.
Someone asked, will we be having more will we be having more kids?
No, the way you said it right there was about it. Dude. That summed everything about her up. No, we'll not be having. Well, I mean, like, I guess if the Lord like wants it, like obviously we'll have more kids. But I mean, like Pam, the first time around, like we had like it wasn't the easiest, but the second time around, she almost died. There you go, Pam. She died.
Thank you.
She died. A bunch of times, and it was super tough with Beckham. Like, you know, that horror story that, you know, to a beautiful thing that was afterwards. But like, guys, those days in the hospitals were tough. Like the first time around, We were there for like 5 days. And then I remember telling you all the time, like, oh, babe, like just don't want to be in the hospital for 5 days again. Like, cause she had C-section. So I'm like, I don't want to be in the hospital.
Well, normally
for
it's 4 days, but then we stayed an extra day with him.
Yeah. Wasn't it normally like 2 days?
No, if you have like a natural birth, it's 2 days.
Okay.
And then
with him, we were there for like a week, babe.
yeah, but that one, it's because we had complications.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, I did.
Yeah. Well, I did too. I was tired. I had to change the baby. But yeah, guys. So pretty much Pam like had hemorrhaging from like her uterus, and I had no idea. I'm like in a separate room, and like my mom was like, "Oh, like where's Pam?" And it's like an hour later, and I'm like, "She's coming out." I don't know why they're taking so long. I hear nurses running back and forth, and I'm like in this room right next to like the OR, and my mom was like, "I gotta go pray." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "My son, go." Well, she said in Portuguese, "Meu filho, go pray right now. Your wife needs it." And I was like, "What is going on?" And then finally, after 2 hours, right? It was like 2 hours.
It was 2 hours and a half.
Yeah, so like
total.
Yeah, they called me after half an hour. Even in the beginning, it took a little bit more than last time. I got a little anxious
Yeah, because
about
he got
that.
stuck.
Yeah, it was so scary. And then the second time around, after they called me to go back to the room, that's when I get back to the room and I'm all happy with Beckham. And I'm like, yo, I got my boy with me. And I get in the room and you're like yellow. You're not pale, you're yellow. And I'm like, hey, babe. And I'm like, get your stuff together, dude. Like, get it together. So I'm like, how are you, babe? And she's like, where's Beckham? Let me hold him. And then I'm looking at this girl. She can't even move her arm. She's like, let me hold you. And I'm just like, yeah, okay, yeah. That's what I'm going to do right now. Hand you this child.
I want to breastfeed him.
Oh, yeah. I just want to breastfeed him right now. I'm like, no.
Yeah, he was like, are you sure? Like, I don't.
No,
and I'm like, yes, I gave birth to this child. It's 2 hours and a half later. I had never held him yet. I do want to breastfeed
and
him.
I'm just looking at the nurses like, yo.
Is she allowed
I was like,
to?
You guys gonna say something? Like, I didn't want to have to be the one to be like, no. You know what I mean?
The nurses are like, if she dies, at least she held him.
Yeah. Literally, I'm just like, I'm gonna die. My God. And then, so then, yeah, she like had to go through this process. She had
Wait, you didn't explain anything. So,
I wasn't gonna get into too much detail.
My uterus ruptured during the C-section. I was like bleeding out, so that's why it took so long. And then when I went into this room where he's talking about, I started bleeding internally.
Hemorrhaging.
Yeah, and then now they know what's going on.
Yeah, I didn't know how to explain that day was just thank God a blur now, but yeah, no. So then she's like hemorrhaging in the room and like she's on and off, like bing, like the machines are going off and they gotta like pump her with blood. You had 14 bags of blood,
Yeah,
right?
total.
And then like what, 12 plasma, something like that.
No, I think it was like 4 plasma.
4 plasma, yeah, it was something crazy. And then my dad and her dad are like, oh, we gotta go. Like we gotta go pray for her right now. Like we're gonna make it in. And this is like post-COVID. They couldn't come in because it was like visiting hours were done. And then they like get in the hospital. We don't know how they got it into that. I can't understand how they got to that section. Like,
wasn't there like a nurse or something that was like?
Well, yeah, no, eventually. But they get into the section. And as they get in the section, that's when security finally finds them. Like, oh, what are you guys doing here? You guys can't be here. And they're like, please, my dad's like, my daughter-in-law's dying. And then your dad was like, yeah, my daughter died, blah, blah. And there goes our dad trying to speak English to the security guard. Mm-hmm. And then, the security guard's like, no, you guys got to leave. And then that's when the nurse comes over.
They have the church.
Do they have a card?
Yes. That's how they got in.
No, the security still didn't let them with the card.
I know, but that's how they would have got in. Like,
well, how they would have, but even so, they didn't show it because the nurse was like, no, they're okay. Let them come with me because she knew the situation.
Oh, I remember. They were like, no, we have our own like ministers that can pray for them. And they were like, no.
Yeah, they're like, no, please no. My dad, as we've talked about, he's like a lead pastor. He's like an elder in our church, and her dad's a deacon. Mm-hmm. So like they were like, no, please let us do this. And then the nurse sees this commotion happen. She like runs out there saying, no, they're with me. Please, if someone's gonna get in trouble, I'll get in trouble. So God bless you, nurse. But yeah, she like brought them into the room, and as my dad gets in the room, they see you, and like they're immediately like, oh my God.
Wait, pause. Right before the situation, they had told me that I had 3 options, basically. That it was either I was gonna die.
Oh yeah, options.
So what the options was, I removed my uterus.
Mm-hmm.
I go to like Boston, but then I wouldn't make it there, so I would die.
Yeah.
And then the third was the invasive radiology.
Yeah.
And then I'm like telling him, and I'm like,
yeah, she's like, oh, either I keep my uterus and I could die, or I go to Boston, I'll die, or I do this one little surgery, but I don't want to take out my uterus. Oh, they're like, oh, you take out your uterus, you're good. I'm like,
he's like, yeah, take it out. And I'm like, no.
Yeah, she's like, I want my uterus. She's like dying on the bed. I don't know if I want more kids or not. And I'm like, are you serious right now, dude? Like this?
I don't want that like option taken away from me. That was the point.
Oh my God.
And he's like,
but
dude.
she's not stubborn. She's not stubborn. I want to be able to say no myself.
Stop.
So then, yeah, our parents make in the room, and then they're like, we're going to anoint her. And they just like,
oh yeah. So then he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to anoint you. And then in my head, I'm like, because I didn't really understand like how serious this was. Like, I don't know why. I take like a really long time to process things. I just realized this, by the way. I had no idea how long. Yeah. And then
I was like, I didn't ask for anointing. I asked for a prayer. Like, relax, one thing at a time, dude. And they're like, yeah, we're going to anoint her right now. I was like, no.
And just so you know how serious this is, like normally at hospitals, they'll give you guys like some time, right?
Yeah.
Like they'll step out of the room to have you have your own time with the ministers and stuff. But with this situation, they were like, all right, you do your thing there. We'll do ours here. And they were like getting me ready while he was like,
literally.
praying. They were praying for me. So
Pam chose invasive radiology. And then my dad like just finishes up the prayer and everything. And we step back. And then this doctor comes in. And my dad's like totally like in the spiritual zone. And this doctor comes in like good looking man. Like, I'm not going to lie. You got to admit when a man's good looking. He's a good looking man. And he comes in like fresh out the gym, had his gym like outfit on. I'm like, bro, like you are gonna help her. Like, this is a good looking man. And then all the nurses, like Pam's are dying on the bed. The nurse is like, oh, she can wait. So how are you? And they're like all giving him attention. They were loving it. And then he comes in and goes, hey guys, my name is, I forget his name. My name is Dr. So-and-so. I'm going to be saving your life today. And my dad, like, didn't even think nothing, didn't even care. He literally turns to him, like looks him up and down. Like, he's like, doctor, no save nothing. Save is Jesus. Jesus saves, not you. And my dad was like so straightforward about it. And I was just like, oh boy, here goes my dad. And my dad does not care. My dad just will say stuff like that. It's so funny. And then
wait, so then I get taken up to the room to do the surgery.
Our dads leave.
Yeah. And
oh no, we already talked about that.
And then while I'm sedated, but I'm like still aware of what's going on.
Yeah.
And I can hear. And all I hear is just all the nurses like flirting with this doctor the whole time. And I'm like, all right, I guess like.
Even I almost flirted with this doctor, bro. He's a good looking man. I'm telling you guys. He's a good looking man.
And then like when he was able to stop the bleeding, then all of them like started clapping and stuff. And then I was actually.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it was so funny.
We love you.
And then I went to the ICU.
I'm going to find this doctor's name, dude.
Is it ICU?
You went to the, ICU.
Yeah, so I went to the ICU. We were supposed to stay there for like probably a couple of days, but then 8 hours later, we were able to get discharged.
Well, yeah, but like skipping through the whole story, like this is the cool parts. Yeah, there's like a bunch of like nice parts.
Oh,
so, like,
wait, I forgot the best part, dude. It's my favorite part of the story.
I haven't gotten to my favorite part, but go ahead.
It's okay.
No, go ahead.
So
I'm first.
When I get back from doing like a CAT scan before to double check like where exactly it was bleeding, I get in the room and like this nurse is holding my son, and I'm like, "Where's my husband?" And the nurse is like,
"Oh my God!"
So annoyed. Like she's literally like,
"Here we go."
I don't know why he had a shower right now. I literally started laughing because I knew that he was crying.
Yeah, guys, I don't cry. So I don't cry in front of people.
Aw,
but I'm very emotional.
Who cares?
Yeah, I know, right? I had to. I was like, bro, what am I going to do? I can't breastfeed. I can't be up all night with these kids. You better stay awake till the 4 and then you can go back to sleep. I didn't think that's okay. But then like that was right after this. No, right before the surgery, because they were going to take you to the surgery and for some reason brought you back. And I was pissed. Like, damn it. But then, yeah, they finally call us up. So the night before was funny because I go to church and I only go to the music rehearsal. I come home. She's like, oh, tomorrow's probably the day. Who knows, right? We didn't have anything scheduled that day, right? It wasn't scheduled.
No. Because
you were going to try to do natural birth. And then we get home, we're sitting down, and like, I don't go to sleep till midnight. Yeah, midnight. And then I look down, and she looks down, she goes, look at this. And Turbo is just staring right at your stomach. Mm-hmm. She was like, yeah, he's coming. Turbo knew, bro. Turbo knew. And then literally that night, so I slept for 30 minutes, and you wake me up. You're like, oh, we got to go right now. I was like, oh my God. Okay, let's go. So we get to the hospital. I got 30 minutes of sleep. We dropped the kids off, right? Your mom's? Yeah. My parents.
We dropped off Scarlett.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of dumb of me. That was dumb of me. Yep. But yeah, we drop off Scarlett and we go to the hospital. So I'm on like 30 minutes sleep. Then throughout the day, you get those like 10, 15 minute like power naps. And then like, so then at midnight the next day is when they were like, okay, she's finally good. She's stable. You know, do you want to go see her? I was like, yes. So we go upstairs. I'm like wheeling back. I'm like, don't want to leave him anywhere. And then we get up to see you and everything. And then, you know, we say hi, you see Beckham. You breastfeed, I think, right there.
Yeah, so
And that was amazing.
Yeah, that was a huge thing for me too, especially because I lost so much blood. Like basically, because I'm short, so that much blood that I had replaced, like I basically went through like my whole blood.
You know what they did, babe?
What?
They did that flushing of the cup thing.
What?
Of the fill yourself up with God thing. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The experiment that if you fill yourself up, we talked about this earlier in the episode. You still don't know.
yeah,
Don't say, oh, if you don't know, Pam.
Now I know.
Okay. That's what they did with your blood, Pam.
Okay.
But you barely had any.
Anyways, and then
Whatever.
So then I was able to breastfeed, and
Jewel eater.
breast milk is made with blood. So it was like really, really cool. And all the nurses were like really, really surprised that that I was able to like have milk. Even that time where I was bleeding out, like I still had milk. And it was really cool. And he latched. I was so scared because I wasn't able to hold him like instantly, like when he came out, that he wasn't gonna latch. And that was something that was like really upsetting me. But then all that was like completely fine.
Yeah. And then I go, we see her, and then I did not want to leave Beckham because I was like traumatized. I knew you were fine, but I was like, I don't want to leave his side, you know? So he comes back to the room, and the nurse goes, and she's like, we're going to take him, you need to rest. And I'm like, I'm fine, like I don't need to rest. She's like, no, you like, we're going to take him. I was like, no, like, she's like, nope, I'm taking him. I was like, okay. And I'm like freaking out. I literally like sit down in the chair. I'm like, okay, now I'm going to go shower. I go to sit down in the chair. She closes the door. As soon as she closes the door, I sit down to like breathe, and I just knock out. And I wake up on that chair at like 7 a.m. freaking out. And I'm like, oh my God, like where's Beckham? No, it was like 6:30 a.m. I'm like freaking out, like where's Beckham? Where's everything? And I like call the nurses over, and then the nurse comes in. I was like, where's Beckham? She was like, oh, we took him. Remember? I was like, oh yeah, you're right. And then she was like, oh, soon you might be able to go see Pam. I was like, okay, sick. So we go over to like this new room, which is
Wait,
like,
how many hours was that after not sleeping?
how many hours of, that was like, well, I slept the night before probably like 5 hours. And that night total, I probably slept for like 2 hours, maybe
the night
an hour.
before.
Yeah, the night before I didn't sleep. I slept for like 30 minutes plus like 10, 15 minute naps.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So
you didn't sleep at all basically for
Yeah.
like
24 hours.
24 hours. Yeah.
But mind you, the night before, it was Saturday to Sunday because we had him Sunday to Monday. So I barely slept.
No,
sure.
we had him Monday to Tuesday.
No, we had
I
him.
went into labor.
Pam, I went to the music rehearsal. I went to the music rehearsal.
Yeah, exactly. But then I went into labor from Sunday to Monday, but we only had him on 2:30 on Tuesday.
No,
2:30.
no, it was 2:30 on Monday. What are you still messed up from the surgery, Pam? Come on.
This always like messes me up.
No, we weren't at the hospital.
No. It was 2:30 on It was 2:30 on You're right, on Monday.
Yes.
But then I was in the. I
You were
had my
fine.
surgery. When you saw me at the ICU, it was Tuesday at 2:30.
Oh, it was 2:30.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's what it was.
Okay. So then, yeah. I don't remember enough to argue on that one. So yeah, passionate people. And then, so we go over to the room, and that was like the most beautiful thing. The nurses come over, and they're like, the nurses had overstayed. Like they were supposed to be
this was
out of work.
after I got out the ICU.
Yeah, this is the next morning. So the next morning, they bring me over to her room finally. At I think it was like 8 a.m. That's when you woke up, and the nurses like start coming in one by one. And these nurses were supposed to be out at 7, and they stayed there till 10 p.m. that night, 11 p.m. Like just working, like helping us out. And then nurses would come in like goosebumps, like tear in their eyes, like we're just
Some didn't even work that day. They literally just came to see.
Yeah, and then even Dr. Travis, he came in. He was like, he was standing at the closet doors thing, and he's just like, "You're strong. I can tell. You know you're not supposed to be here today, right?" And we're just like, you know, obviously the emotions going everywhere. And he's like, "Yeah, I didn't go to sleep until I got the final okay at 4:30 a.m. that you were good." So we were like, "That's crazy." And he's the one who helped us with the first baby with Scarlett. Mm-hmm. So that was nuts.
Yeah, and they called him in to help stop the blood during my C-section with Beckham.
Forgot about that. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that was fun. That was a little bit of our traumatizing experience. So I don't want other kids new. Not to mention, I don't want to go back to like.
Wait, I forgot a part.
What?
The lactation consultant. So she came in and she saw Beckham, and she was like, "Oh my God, I saw this baby in the NICU yesterday," and I was so like marveled with how much like angel numbers he had. Like he was 7 pounds, 7 ounces, and he was 21 inches, which is 3 times 7. So I was like, whoa, like it's crazy. And it's crazy that he's your child, the one who just had this huge miracle happen.
Yeah.
So it was like another confirmation for us too, that like what happened was literally God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was born at like 3 p.m. or something like that. It was something.
2:30.
Huh?
2:30, almost 3.
I don't know. That was 3 in there somewhere or 7 or something like that. But yeah, no, guys, that was a beautiful blessing. Like we love our kids. They're super sick. But like, dude, one more.
He's traumatized. I would have more.
It's not traumatized. For me, it's not even just a trauma because like the Lord's got us. If he wants to have another kid, we'll have it. But it's like the Lord's got us to have another kid. But he's going to be like, you still got to put in the work. You still got to be, that kids are crying. Then you got a baby, a newborn. You know how I am. Like I don't love newborns. I love them at like this age where they talk and they can tell you what they want and like stuff like that.
I don't know. I'm
Other
like,
people's newborns?
I'm open to like the idea of it, but I know that you're not. So then I don't
We're
know.
just going to have this discussion on the podcast. Okay, fine. You want another child?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
See, I don't know. If you say yeah, we'll have another child. I said on the podcast. I mean it.
Stop. I don't know.
Yeah, see?
I can't just say that. Like, I don't know.
Spiritual leader.
But it's up to you.
It's up to God, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyways, next question.
That was a long answer to that question.
Oh, I mean, you can't ask me a question like that and just be like, oh.
What's a walk on water moment where you stepped out in faith and almost sank?
A walk on water moment that stepped out in faith and almost sank. Man, off the top of my head, and almost sank. Is it like, did the ending have to be like, and then eventually came back up?
Yeah,
And,
obviously.
Oh, okay. I thought
You
it was
didn't sink. You almost sank.
I know it's true. Peter didn't sink.
Well, he sank. Jesus pulled him up.
Yeah. It was because I guess it'd be a situation where we kind of lose a little bit of faith and not lose. Yeah, you kind of.
Well, you do something in faith, like it's not actually possible. So you're doing something like in faith, and then it doesn't go right. You
But then
think
it
it
does-
does, and then it did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, hopefully. This in general, because I mean, it's not just about like the viewers and subscribers and followers, like the numbers wise, you know what I mean? And it was something that I was talking to Savannah about the other day. Like she was like, we sent her, I don't know. We were talking about something in the group chat. And then I was like, oh, I remember I had to send her something for her podcast. It was like one of the referrals.
Yeah, she started her podcast.
Yes, she
Go
did.
follow her.
Go
It's
follow
actually
her, yes.
called Cornered with Christ.
I had to think about it too.
I know. We just say
I
cozy
say
with
it
Christ
wrong
all the time.
all the time. I feel bad. Cornered with Christ. There you go. And then I was like, oh, like you got this. Like, let's get famous. She was like, let's make Jesus famous. And like that was a big one too. That kind of hit me. That I like. Obviously, that's my intent because, you know. But when you think about it that way, it's not about making the viewers like go up like crazy because of something I say or something how I act. It's all about making Jesus famous. That one hit me. Like I was like, yeah, that's true. So this podcast to me like got to a point where I was like, oh, like, you know, like I don't know, and then God like recently, you know what I mean, like after the new year was giving me plenty of confirmations that I need to continue going forward. So I guess that was my almost sink moment.
Yeah. And then he gave you all those confirmations and then it got harder.
It did. It got harder. Yep.
So I guess it was good that he gave you all those
But
confirmations.
hey, once you get the confirmations, the rest, like that's how I see it.
God says go.
Yeah, like if it doesn't work out, that was His will for it not to work out. You know what I mean? Like maybe, there's some things. But if you just walk with Christ the whole time, then I'm just reading the questions over here, whatever, not even listening to what I'm saying.
Focus on your camera.
I was pretty much done anyways. That's okay. It's okay. It's not much else I wanted to say anyways. Anymore.
So dramatic. Anyways.
No, passionate.
What made you think, yeah, I should put my faith and my opinions on the internet?
Jesus Christ. Whoever asked this, like, love you. You reflect Jesus. What made me want to... Nothing. Nothing made me want to do it. Like, we just had people telling us we had to do it.
People?
Oh, the Lord used people to tell us.
Oh.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So we had people who told us from the beginning that, you know, I wanted to do YouTube and just be funny and just be me and just be, you know, pretty much non-Christian because that was just a stupid thing that we had planned. But the Lord always kept that fire in my heart to do YouTube. And then, once the time was right, when God said, no, now is my time for me to show you what I need you to do, he showed us and he told us, right after he told us to give the confirmation we needed. And so pretty much that, yeah. And I'm an open book person. I know you don't like that, but I'm an open book person with like the stuff. Like, what I say, the only person who can judge me is God. And so he already knows of all of it. So there's nothing I need to worry about. You know what I mean? If people don't like it, then I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I hope that you guys can find the message in this, right? Like, I hope you guys can see this, understand the message. Like, and in every podcast episode, like, it all has its own, almost a sermon. And every podcast episode has like a bunch of different messages within the episode. And it's not me, it's not you, it's just the Lord. Like, sometimes I'm like, why did I even answer like that? I'm like, oh, maybe I should just cut that out because I answered it kind of dumb. And I'm like, no, like, I answered it like because, we pray to God and we ask God to be use of us here and make us vessels that when we speak, it's him, not us. So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Unless we're cursing. And then it's not him. Then it's us. It's definitely us.
What's the hardest part about having a faith-based podcast that people don't see behind the scenes?
A lot of things, right?
You literally had one in your head that you were going to say. Why'd you laugh like that?
Well, because literally, I just thought of everything. I just thought of my life behind the camera. You know what I mean? Like, it's really relaying the message to you guys. Like, as I go to my day-to-day thing, like, I'm like, wow, this is so beautiful. Can't we talk about it on the podcast? Or like, wow, this is awesome. This is great. But there's also things that the Lord keeps, you know what I mean? Like, he makes it very clear we're not time to talk about. It's not this and not that. There's certain things that, like, even I want to talk about, but you would rather not. So we come to an agreement together as a couple, as a married couple, as one. That that we won't talk about yet. We won't talk about this yet. But there's so much that like happens behind the scenes because, what's it called? When you go out, right, and you see like these movies, and then the movies like people are like going out into battle. There's never one team that like nobody dies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you go into a boxing match, you're gonna have to get hit. You know what I mean? Like,
who's gonna die, babe? My God.
You and this dying thing, bro. Pam is over here like, oh,
you said someone has to die.
Yeah, well, you guys know what I mean. Hopefully not spiritually die. Hopefully they die before they spiritually die, though. I will say that. But no, just in general, like you're gonna have to get hurt to be healed. You know what I mean? So if there's no,
it's through the suffering.
So like all these things that we talk about, just things that God puts us through, so that we can come on here and share with people that hopefully this week needed this, or in their life in general, they never thought about it. Like, oh man, that's actually kind of true. Like the whole thing about the swearing. It's not necessarily how when I say it, it comes out and I'm like, ooh, I cringe at what I said. No, it's more of like how the room feels after, how I see people react to it. How I'm just like, why would I say that if they don't like it? And like I said, swearing for me is more of like an adjective, right? Like more of like an expression thing. Like, like I freaking love this as opposed to like, I love this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just different. But
You say really?
yeah, but really it's not as fun. You know what I mean? Like, you say it, you feel
well,
light.
sin is fun. So
Serving God is fun too.
Exactly. But there's a reason why the enemy makes sin fun. So you want to do it.
All right.
And that's in general.
Well, yeah, I know. Obviously, that's everything in life. But there's some things that like is fun with Christ too.
No, 100%. I'm not saying that there isn't anything fun.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that to do sinful things is by nature fun.
Yeah, guys.
You're so annoying.
Oh my God.
But that's all my questions.
Well, there was one question that didn't make it on there.
What?
You didn't ask it.
What? Oh.
We don't know.
I asked it. It was just in a different way. But like, what was what was your turning point to doing the podcast? Yeah,
that was the one question I knew because the person who asked it, I was with them and they were like, oh, how do I say this correctly? Like in English. Mm-hmm. And I was like, why are you asking a question like that to someone? And I'm like, and I look over and he was on like the story.
Yeah, and then it didn't come up for us.
Yeah, really weird. We had like, anyways. But yeah, no, it didn't come up for us at all. I'm going to ask him though. I see him later.
Maybe he regretted it. He didn't.
He's like, what? I don't actually care. No, he was just like, I really don't care.
He's like, oh, he probably forgot what he was doing.
Oh, that's probably true. But yeah, no, I guess the turning point in this one, like I really like I knew this question was going to be asked. I didn't prepare for it, but it was just, it's funny because he
just
doesn't.
thought about it for like 2 days. It's fine.
It was last night. Relax. All right. When a friend says, come to the airport with me, you don't ask where. And then you end up in 3.5 hours away from your house, just driving his parents to the airport, which I totally forgot to tell
we
you
were
too.
supposed to record this last night.
Yeah.
And then he's like, yeah, I'm going to go to like Rhode Island. I'll be right back. And I'm like, okay, cool.
I
It's
thought I
like
was
an
going to
hour
Providence
away.
Airport.
Like,
I went to Newark Airport.
and then I see his location and I'm like, you're in Newark?
Yeah. Like
So
4 hours later.
Yeah. And I text him and I'm like, I called you.
You called me.
And I was like, where? Why are you in Newark? He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, he told me it's Newark. And I like, it's so funny, right? And I'm like, no, it's not very funny actually.
She was super worried. We had to record the podcast. Like, today I'm actually going to be rushing because, like they didn't do it yesterday. So, but yeah, no, it's funny. Even him, like I was like, he's like, bro, she's like very chill. I was like, well, one, I am a little dumb. She knows this. And two, it's the spiritual wife, my friend. Like, plus, what is she going to do? Tell me come home? I got to get a plane home and Uber home? Like, I was like, she just knows. But yeah, no, that was very fun. And then I completely zoned out and forgot to tell you. But anyways, the turning point. I was with this friend actually, and we were already told about the podcast. We need to do the podcast. And I literally was like, I want to have everything ready, everything perfect. The room has to be nice, Like all this stuff was technically already here. Like 90% of the stuff once we purchased everything was we sold everything in this room. But I didn't have like these shelves. These shelves were upstairs. We brought them down, but we didn't have it installed yet. Like,
yeah, the things weren't painted.
Yeah, the things weren't painted. They're still not painted.
Literally, if we were to wait until that was done.
Well, I mean, I feel like they definitely would have been done. I think now we just got comfortable with it, like not being done.
I actually kind of like it like that color though.
I know, it's kind of like a contrast.
And it's kind of like the shelves, like the
That
light.
ended up coming up pretty nice too. That light in the tree.
It did. It
Yeah.
did. I don't know what that is, but
Yeah. But yeah, so then he's like, bro, and he showed me a podcast, like one of the number one podcasts in Brazil, like the day they started, and it was their first episode, and you're like, whoa. And then I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And so, and then right after I saw this Matthew McConaughey clip where he was like, if you're going to do something, just do it. To go 100% at it and don't regret the fact to be like, I could have done this better. Like, just do it. Once you do it and give it your all, that's what matters. And I was like, man, what? I'm doing this. And I scheduled with Roberto that helped me out with doing that first episode. And he's like, yep, I'll be there. I was like, can you come tomorrow? And he was like, yeah, sure. And so we just did it. And plus I was like, this was all prepared by the Lord. Like the Lord told me to do this. God like straight up was like, you got to do this. I'm like, what am I waiting for? Like, so what? That the episodes aren't going to be great. You know what I mean? I wanted to wait till like I had more cameras. I wanted to wait for this, wait for that. And today God has prepared everything, but it wasn't an easy journey. If we had waited, we'd probably still be waiting. You know what I mean? I don't know that we'd be doing it already because it's not 100%. There's so many things I want to do in this room. Even that wall, it's usually behind me, is like kind of boring. Like, we want to put some random stuff up, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, pretty much that's it, guys.
yeah.
Just when God tells you to do something, just go and do it. And obviously, give it your all, right? Don't just go and do it because the Lord told you to do it and then not prepare yourself. Like we still did the research. We still, like, it was 2 days after that. But prior to that, I was doing some research. But, we decided when we were going to post, we knew like posting schedule. We knew like kind of algorithms, things.
Well, that was also for like training from like the UGC stuff too.
Yeah. But then I had to do like work on like realizing how this was like, you know what I mean? It's still
Yeah, it was a lot
those
of
2
homework.
days. Like I was literally like doing all my research because he ended up coming up on a Saturday. Yeah. He came on like a Saturday. Yeah. And that was like a Thursday. And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to do it. And I did a bunch of homework. Like all I did was just study for this, which is weird. Like I said, study. I studied.
Maybe you actually can study
Who knows? Maybe I can study if it's something like fun.
that you like.
Yeah. But yeah, and so prepare yourself, and you know what I mean? Like when you go out into battle, you don't go out into battle with just nothing and then hope that you pick up stuff on the ground. Like this isn't a war zone. You know what I mean? Like
I always get stuck too on things like that with because I'm a big perfectionist with certain things. So I was one that was like,
with
no,
everything.
yeah, I know. But then I was the one telling him like, okay, but we have to do this and we have to do this, because I also get stuck on the part where it says where people say like you only have one chance to give a first impression,
Yeah.
So then I get stuck between that and then like just do it. You know what I mean?
Pam, the first impression isn't about us. It's about God.
No, I know.
So that's the thing.
I'm not saying I regret starting. I think we've started well.
No, yeah.
And it's cool too to see even like from the first episode and then like the second episode with Sam, like where you had a guest and like there was nothing on the wall and see how like how much you've changed, like got better and stuff, which I think is going to happen regardless with time. Like even if we thought we were prepared, that was still going to happen.
Our favorite podcaster, like we noticed this week on his last, like his quality is so sick right now.
Yeah, it's cool to see like the like evolution of like the videos and stuff and like seeing how far we've come.
Yeah.
But that's something in life that I get stuck on is like you only have one shot of doing your first impression. I think that goes with like give it your all. You know, don't do something like half, you know.
Half-assed. Come on, you can say
babe.
No,
you just said
it's in the Bible. It's in the Bible. Ass is in the Bible. You guys can go look it up. You want me to look it up?
As an animal?
Yeah, I was talking about the animal.
I know.
It's half of that animal.
Okay.
Half-assed. Anyways.
I can't with him.
Oh my God. I had to, guys.
We're trying, guys.
I'm over here like, what is this? An hour talking. I haven't cursed once. I'm doing really good.
No, you have now.
No, I have not. That is not a swear. It is in the Bible. People in the Bible didn't swear.
Okay.
They didn't sin.
Okay. I think you need to read the same Bible.
I'm clearly not done with the Bible. But yeah, no. So just kind of give it your all.
I had another question.
Oh, here we go.
Do you think that having a podcast has made your faith grow stronger?
I think yeah. I think it puts me on like a good routine to be able to find like what, you know what I mean, like read more of the Bible, pray more, you know what I mean, because I know I can't do, you know, I can do all things Christ strengthens me, but I can't do anything without him either, right? And since this is all for him, it kind of makes you like, I wouldn't say the word is study because I don't like that word, but it's more like you fall in love more with Christ. You know what I mean? Not just because he prepared, you know, these 3 cameras because he prepared for this for no, but just to see him in our day-to-day lives, you know what I mean? And just realize that like none of this truly matters and see like the happiness that we have, me, you, and the kids. And like, you know what I mean? The kids just always like, the kids know this is the podcast room. You know what I mean? Podcast. Yeah. And they know that this is the room. And even them, like I do want to do an episode with Scarlett. And with Scarlett, I think would be really funny. I wanted to get Beckham, at least so you guys can see him. But I promise you, he would walk in and knock down all these cameras and like, oh, sorry. And then he'd be like, sorry, knock down camera. And then I'd be like, I know. Then I got to start all over again. But yeah, no. With Scarlett, I think it'd be really funny. I just ask her like random Jesus questions. Like she's been doing really good. Remember with her little, the little text illustrated book where she saw the person falling in the water.
Well, first start out with Beckham. So me and Scarlett were doing like a little Bible study.
Yeah.
I got her a Bible and she was pretending to like highlight, but she doesn't really understand the concept yet. So she was highlighting everything on a page. Which
I understand the concept, but when I highlight, I literally just end up highlighting. I'm like that person like, okay, only the important things. Oh, this is important. This is important. Oh, that's definitely
just
important.
Just circle the whole page.
Yeah. And then by the time I'm done, I'm like, oh, well, the whole page is highlighted. So I guess it's all important. That's how I feel.
But yeah, so we were doing that. And then Beckham got his Bible, which has like a bunch of pictures and stuff. And he points to David and Goliath and goes, Choo David.
Yeah.
Because he calls David.
He thinks David from the Bible is Choo David.
Yeah, his uncle.
Yeah.
And then I thought that was really cute because he knew who it was. And we've never like read that chapter on that Bible, you know, and I haven't told him. So it was pretty cute that he knew. And then we saw a picture of a guy sinking like in the water. Like
with the boat.
Going down with like a boat. And then Beckham asks, who's that? And Scarlett goes, I think that's Peter. And I'm like, I mean, it could be Peter. But then there was also like a big fish on the bottom. So I was like, nah, I think that's Jonah. But I wasn't sure either because the fish wasn't like going to eat him. He was just like in the bottom. And there was other fish around him too.
But there wasn't like Jesus extending the hand, which is why I understood it was Jonah. Because I feel like Jesus, there would have been like
maybe he didn't do that yet. I don't know.
No, but I mean, like, if it's going to be Peter, that's what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I guess, you know, him, I guess we could read the book and find out. Because I guarantee you that book is all about those characters.
I found out because I was really confused. Like, I wanted to make sure.
You read it.
So then I went on and, like, flipped through to see who that character actually was. And it was Jonah. Yeah. But it was so cute to see her think, like, oh, it could be Peter, you know?
Of all things,
yeah,
like Peter.
It was so cute.
So, yeah, she knows the faith flow. She knows how the faith flows. But yeah, no, I want to do an episode with her. You think it'd be really funny? I even wanted to call them right now, but then I got to call them, and then for them.
She's gonna be annoyed if you call her now. She's watching her movie.
I don't think so. No, you want to
wanna try?
I want to try.
No.
I do. I kind of do. Ask her. Get her on here for like 2 seconds. I don't know, because then I got to set up another mic and stuff. But we'll do that another time. This girl's gonna be really funny. Go ahead, Pam. Ask another question.
No, I was gonna say how I like how you know how you are who you hang out with type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like having the podcast brings so many people that are so close to God.
Yeah.
And we can like learn so much from them and see how different people walk with Jesus and like how they grow their faith. And it's really cool to talk to people like that. And then, so I think it's really cool to have like fellowship, with our guests. Yeah. And that's been something that I really enjoy.
Yeah. And also like, if I'm sitting here telling you guys like, I don't swear at all. And then I'm out hanging with my friends and I'm swearing. They're going to be like, dude.
And to be fair, you say you swear a lot, but I haven't seen you swear a lot.
I've been doing a lot better, but I that's how bad I'm like.
Like I'll catch you like maybe once a week or two.
But that's how bad I've been with like being like, yo, get it together, my guy.
No, I get it. You're
said it, but I was good about it.
Like keeping yourself accountable, so you pay attention a lot to when you do it. But from an outside perspective, as your wife too, because you know that I will tell you if you're wrong. I think you've actually been doing pretty good.
Thanks, babe. And you have been doing a lot better with like being more relaxed and like more happy and stuff, guys. She's been pretty good about that. Right now, she's a little stressed out. I can tell, but it's okay.
No, I'm not. I'm fine right now.
You're fine now?
Yeah, okay. Now.
Yeah. Well, we've been together for 15, 16. No, 16. 16. Yeah, it's going to be 17 next year. Wow. This year, actually. Mm-hmm. But, guys, yeah, I think with everything, like once again, like hanging out with like on the podcast, has it changed me at all as well? Yeah. Like us, you know what I mean? Like not only do we keep ourselves more accountable for it, but also like we're able to do a podcast together and not just flip out and be, you know what, I'm done with this episode, because we're very passionate people. But before we would probably just got up through a bunch of episodes and just be like, no, I'm done. Like I'm not doing this anymore. Like I'm stressed. Why would you say that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And also the enemy knew how to push us then. So he would just like throw things in our path and just be like, no, don't do this. Don't do that. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Oh, for sure. I honestly, before we had the podcast, that's something I actually prayed about, because I used to see.
Actually prayed about that one?
I did.
I know. It's in the intro, guys.
I know. I knew that you were quoting it.
I'm just an intro guy.
So I used to see a lot of couples do like podcasts together and stuff. And like one of our favorites is like George and Shauna. And I was like, wow, it's so cool to see them like on a podcast together and like vibe. Like I could never, like, I feel like it would not work.
It wouldn't have worked before.
Yeah.
Definitely
and
not.
I couldn't see it. And it's so funny because I started doing a prayer journal, and I wrote down a prayer. I think it was like last June, and we ended up starting in September. And then I actually read it a couple of weeks ago. And in there, I like prayed about us maybe doing a podcast one day together.
Last June?
Yeah.
Oh, so I had already thought about the podcast.
Yeah,
thought about it.
I was praying about the podcast.
Got it.
And how like we could possibly do a podcast together one day and stuff. And then I read it like a month ago or so, and I was like, whoa, like it's so cool to see God like answer those prayers and like in a way like so much better than I had ever thought, you know?
Because that's the thing. God always is more than what we expect too. So
yeah.
It's pretty crazy. And even guys, like it's crazy how much like the Lord has spoken to us recently. Like that one, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, I forget. We literally started watching our show, and in the show, like Testament, where he literally tells him to get up and walk. Like I started, like when I was watching the show, it's such a good show, and I like love the show, and it's so cool. It's modern day X, right? And so I'm watching that scene, and that scene like got me. I was like, wow, it's really nice. Like it's so beautiful. But like I started feeling the presence of God a little bit. In general, I just was. And then the next morning, we were like, oh, we're going to go to church tomorrow morning. We're super excited for it. And then you get sick that night.
Yeah.
And so the next morning, I'm like, oh, okay, she got sick. I'm gonna turn on like online service. On that online service, like talks about Acts 3, which is exactly that. Yeah. And I was like,
the lame man, it's called.
What? Lame? He's lame. Lame. Yeah, he's lame. Not anymore. He walks. He walked after. You know the name of the gates were called Beautiful?
The gates?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
The gates were called Beautiful, yeah. So yeah, he's sitting there and he's asking people for money. And he's done this for 40 years of his life. And so he's sitting there, he's like, oh, like begging for money. And then Peter and John walk by and they give him attention first before he gives them attention, right? And that's what was explained during the sermon, during the word. And then they give him the attention and he goes and he's like, money I don't have, but what I do have, I give you. So stand up and walk in the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus, stand up and walk. Like, and immediately everything worked. Like it literally says he felt his bones. I forget the words, but he felt his bones like get stiff.
And I think that was the first time that they were able to like do miracles without Jesus.
Yeah.
So that part is like
with
with Jesus, but after
right there.
Like after he died and then resurrected.
I was about to say, I was like, turn the podcast off.
After he resurrected, this was the first miracle through the Holy Spirit that they were able to do. Because before they really weren't. Yeah. You know?
That was his first like moment. And then he goes back to like, oh my God, like I neglected Jesus for a little bit. And then he has that badass moment. Or even in the show. It's so cool, guys. You guys gotta watch a Testament. It's on Angel. But yeah, no, that word spoke to us. And then like a week before, like same thing. We were like reading, like you were reading this thing. We read it together actually. And then the word that night was literally that and everything we're thinking. Even that day, like it's crazy. Like the word spoke exactly. The sermon spoke exactly what we were going through, what we were thinking. Like, it was wild. But yeah, guys. So always putting your trust in God is always good, and it's so much more relieving than trying to do everything on your own and trying to just resolve your own issues and resolve this and resolve that. When it's like there's certain things that you just can't do. You've done it. You've done everything you can. Give it your all, so you're not like doubtful. You're like, oh, could I have done this better?
Unless God tells you not to.
What?
Right. Like unless He says like don't.
Oh yeah. You gotta follow. Yeah, you gotta follow.
Just follow whatever He tells you.
Yeah. So just do your thing. That God tells you.
Do God's thing.
Do God's thing. I say thing.
No.
Come on. Weak sauce. But yeah. Any more questions, Pam? Do you have for me? Am I sick? Yes, I am sick, guys. Thank you for asking. I am very sick. I am now feeling the pain that Pam once felt when she gave birth. I tell her all the time it's not compared to my sickness. A man's headache is very serious. You know, do seek help and know that if you ever have a headache and your wife doesn't want to listen to you.
Is there a hotline for that? The men can like reach out.
I'm not done yet. Oh. See, this is what I'm saying. That's why we have headaches, guys. And then feel free to reach out because if we're happy together, we can cry together. So if you're upset your wife doesn't care that you have a headache, call another man. They will understand. Women will never understand because they'll never have the pain that we do with the headache or being sick like me, which is like a headache plus everything else. So you can only imagine, Pam.
I know.
If a headache is that bad, everything else is like.
So maybe we can have another kid?
I don't want you to feel this. I don't want you to feel this pain right now that I'm feeling. So no. Oh my God. Any other questions, Pam?
No, I think we're good. Do you have anything else to say?
No, guys, I'm excited for this year. I'm excited for this year that, you know, I pray blessings on all the viewers, everybody's watching out there. I pray that God, I saw what you did there. Do you have any message? I just understood why you did that. I just got it. Sam being the freaking host over here. I pray that God, you know, helps out anybody who needs that help this year. Not just like materially, but like emotionally, also financially, materially, physically, but that you guys get a closer relationship to Jesus. May 2026 be a year of many, many blessings on everybody who's watching. And just know that if you guys ever need help, you know, you guys have our Instagram, feel free to reach out. A bunch of people have reached out to a bunch of different scenarios from our guests to us for like things that we've said. So guys, we're here. We just want to do God's work. So we're here. We're all children of God. We're all brothers and sisters. So if you ever need anything and you have nobody to talk to and you want to talk to us, feel free to reach out to us. We share the Instagram. So if you have a question for Pam, you know, you can shoot it there. If you have a question for me, shoot it there. And we'll be happy to answer, guys.
Yes, we will. And thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Please.
Yep, you got it.
Let me finish. Don't give me faces. You're making me nervous.
I'm so worried right now.
Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and keep the faith flowing.
And as always, keep the faith flowing, guys. God bless you guys. Put your hands up, man. Yeah, come on. Hashtag Jesus. One.
Through every trial, come one day.